What's up, bros and hoes, or whatever floats your goat? It's Relentless here, bringing you yet another Division 2 video. I am joined alongside Zero and two new compadres I met through a Facebook community, and one is actually a sub, and I'm trying to coerce the Division 2 from utterly dying out, because the content is a little stale, because once you played the new raid a few times, and there's nothing really else to do. PvP is in the crapper, and it's just the same old content over and over and over. But I believe there's one idea that the devs have refused to listen to since the conception of Division 2 that everybody was expecting to be in part somewhere in the development of Division 2, and that is survival. So that is the topic for today's discussion. So first we're going to start off with Zero and go down the line, go through their thoughts, their opinions on the matter, or any other things that they might think of that could revive and bring more life into the Division and keep it from dying out. And then I'll wrap it up with my thoughts at the end. So Zero, take it away.
Well, okay. Survival, since the inception of the first Division 1 and this game, coming out of D1, it was the most popular by far game mode, and everybody loved it. More than 80% of the Division community wanted that. How do you turn your back on something that 80% of the people want? I mean, that's the crux of the matter right there. How do you just turn your back?
Because a flashlight for your pistol and petting a dog was more important.
Right. And that's what it turned out to be, unfortunately. I mean, you have all the ingredients in here. Everything is set up. You have instead of snow, you have the DZ62 that's blowing around all over the place.
Or just those massive dust storms where you couldn't see like 6 feet in front of your character, just like the snow was in New York.
That would be that would be the DZ62 that's in the air.
Not to mixed together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Due to it, with extreme heat, have it like, okay, you need hydration. All right, hydration and some painkillers and some, the usual stuff.
The same exact thing that was in Division 1.
Right. Just change it up. But no, I mean, there's so many things in this game with just missed opportunities, and a lack of imagination, severe lack of imagination.
Yeah, I think that survival definitely would play a major part of, because the PvP is what kept Division 1 alive. PvP along with the survival and underground. I would put that at 1, 2, and 3. The PvP, then survival, and then the underground is what kept Division 1 alive for so long. And then now, as of what we have currently in the foreseeable future, if you try to look, on down the line, what's going to be here in Division 2 to absolutely sustain it, because you can only run those raids so many times, just like the missions, to where you get burnt out. And if it's not for the, helping somebody else get through the raid, once you do that, helping people, then you're still left, and it still gets really, really stale. So, Killer, as far as what we've told you about it, what are your thoughts and opinion?
I would love to see them follow behind, as far as Massive, I would love to see them follow behind Red Storm's ideas. I think that would save the game. I think that what you brought up about the raid, yeah, you would get burned out on it, but the thing is, like, once you beat it, you've collected those exotics. I asked the devs, please don't nerf what you get out of doing such a hard task in the raid, and then, people complain about it because they don't want to go through the raid themselves. And they take that away from me. It's like, I got a reward for nothing. You took it away from me. It's discouraging.
Yeah, they kind of play the victim role. Oh, I couldn't get enough people. I don't know enough people, and there's no matchmaking, so I'm unable to be in the raid. So I don't think it's fair if they try to play that card.
Yeah.
When there's tons of groups out there, like the Facebook community where we actually met on, and you're a sub to the channel, but primarily we I met on the Facebook community. There's tons of Facebook, Twitter, LFG, Discords, tons of content creators put them out there. It's so easy just to join one of them if you're really hard up on trying to find people to be in the raid.
Yeah, I mean, put your put yourself out there. You're looking for help, and hopefully you get pulled in there. But also, you got to have the right build. I'll tell you that. This new raid, you got to have. I guess you got to have your DPS. You got to have your healer. You got to have your resistance build. I see a lot of guys making videos on the raid, but not really going into any details of what I'm actually talking about. That you can't just all rock the same build. You got to have a different guy playing a different role.
Mm-hmm. All right, Thomas, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, in regards to survival, I don't see why it wouldn't be there. You don't have to create whole new levels. You can use the levels that you already got built, and just balance them out for that. Off the wall idea. Since they both use Snowdrop and stuff, port Division 1 over. Make it all one game.
That would be a doozy, and have like a little hop on the train and go on over to New York City, because I mean we're already in New York anyways from the DLC. So what's a few more miles to actually get to the old base of operations, and
Right.
It would be kind of cool.
Bring all, but I wouldn't bring
awesome.
the missions and the skills in. That would probably mess with stuff too hard. But or the gear and the skills anyway. But the missions, you can instantly double the content of this game, and give some more replayability just because you're playing them on with gear sets and stuff that you didn't have before.
Yeah, just don't eat the yellow snow. But yeah, as far as, I mean, that's just my line of thinking. Like Zero, stated that something that was so popular from Division 1, you would think a franchise, it didn't work out or they screwed it up for part 2, then they can, if there ever is to be a Division 3, you would think that through 1 and 2 they would learn and have Division 3 perfect. Well, that's what we thought with Division 2. Everything that they didn't get right in Division 1, it'd be better in Division 2, but it's kind of like a Ferris wheel. It has its ups and downs, just like Division 1, and we have the same issues. But for me personally, the only reason that I keep coming back to the game is not more or less the content. It's playing with friends, camaraderie, meeting new individuals like you. I mean, if I was forced to go in here and play this alone, it would get really, really stale. So for all the solo players out there, I can understand the frustration as far as the lack of replayable content. And survival could be done in a group, a duo, or solo. So I mean, you cover all your bases in that perspective. And then as far as other things, like with this new update, they took out a lot of talents you can no longer even use, like the whole status effect issue. Maybe the nerfs still needed to be, but not as drastic, if they would just kept stop, drop, and roll and implement it on like a backpack or a chest piece versus like some of these other talents that we have on there that nobody uses. Like you see no one using because they're that crappy. And like the one...
Same with weapons. There's so many, there's so many guns and stuff in here that are so bad that why even have them?
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason to put them there is, somebody wants to challenge themselves and see if they can do it with a crappy gun.
And then bring the recoil of the weapons from Division 1 into Division 2.
Now tell me, has anybody ever seen anybody run a leadership build? I've never seen that.
No.
I keep meaning to put one together. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I keep getting sidetracked by something else that I think will be cool.
Yeah, I mean that is like one of the most useless talents. I'm sorry, that just nobody's gonna really use it. Nobody's using it at all.
I want to see a shock and awe build.
I actually have one of those. I just hadn't put it out yet.
Oh man.
That and a Mad Bomber one, kinetic momentum. I mean, those are a lot of people don't use.
Yeah. They sound fun. You just gotta make it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one thing that they've never really been able to get right is shotguns.
Yeah.
I understand they get run a lot in PvP. But my feeling is, like they already drastically limit its range. I think even further than what the actual range of the shotgun would be. you know, unless you're an NPC. Team build in PvE, shotguns are pointless.
Right.
You know, either you're using the automatic shotgun and it just doesn't do enough damage to yellows and stuff. You're not getting enough pellets on. You know,
Are using the
Why
sweet
not give
dreams
us
and just hitting
slugs?
the reds and the purples with
Yeah.
it.
why not give us slugs so that way we're not worrying about, you know, how many pellets I got on. I'm hitting you with a shotgun slug.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in other games before, you know. I mean, that'd be another cool interest, you know, added thing is weapon or ammo types.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, something
That'd
that
be
could
badass.
expand the weapon selection is ammo types.
Especially that police new bullet called the RIP bullet.
Yeah.
When it goes in and it breaks open and shreds inside of you, that'd be so. Well, you got bleed on here already, so. Yeah.
And that's another thing. There's in my opinion, anyways, there's enough things that give the tick, as what we call it, the damage tick, where it ticks off damage. You got Negotiator's Dilemma, you got the Hive, you got status effects in general. So why did you have to go ruin my pestilence? Dang it!
Yeah, no, I miss my
That made
clown,
no
bro.
sense. I mean,
I miss my
that
clown.
made no sense. And they talk about stuff that has group synergy, and they completely destroyed aces and eights for no reason whatsoever. I mean, that was the ultimate build right there for group synergy and working, and you wanted something to encourage teamwork and
Coordination.
working together and everything like that, and coordination. And now we're just gonna screw it all up on purpose and oh well, anyway, have a nice day. That's exactly what they did.
Well, so that's the kind of the
another
culture
thing
we
is-
live in. That mob rule mentality. It's like they get enough people like-minded that complain about it and cry about something long enough. They put the pressure on the devs, and they feel like instead of sticking to their guns, they have to change it. And to me, anyways, I felt like they've done that a little too much and catered to those type individuals more than they actually did like the hardcore players that just want to see the livelihood and this game going on into the future, and the untapped potential we actually see in it, like the whole dog pistol thing. I mean, it's just stupid little things like that people had cried about. I saw all over social media people just doing nothing but, yay, we need this and we need that, and it's like, really? Like, that's out of everything. Like, I think they asked a question like, if you could have one thing in Division 2, what would it be? It would be and most people were saying, flashlight on your pistol. Let's have all these dogs are around, so why can't we pet one? And I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
that
crazy.
made absolutely no
Play
sense.
Sims. Go play Sims.
Well, the worst
no
part about
sense
the
whatsoever.
flashlight is it's useless. You got all these safe houses that are like, you're trying to get out of them, but they're so dark you can't figure out where the stairwell is. So you're like, okay, I'll put.
asking all these deer, forget the dogs, the deer, kill enough of them, you get you a deer cape you can put on the back, or have some deer antler pistol grips.
Right.
You know what I thought would have been awesome, man, was when they came out with the snowball machine gun and the Christmas hat. I wish they came out with a Grinch outfit. I would love to look like the Grinch with a machine gun in the dark.
Well, I mean, like that exotic. I mean,
That'd be badass.
it's a cool concept, but they put it in the game, but it's utterly useless. I mean, if they would have changed it so like the arc that it has and sped up, the rate of fire on it, I mean, people could still it could still be viable in actually any build now because of the mechanics that are on it. But because of the arc and it shooting so slow, it's completely worthless. It was just something for
That's
something
a waste of
that,
code.
yeah, they just put it in there to people to fight, to get it, just to obtain it, just to have it, just to say that they could have it. That was it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, they taken that gun out of the game.
No, I still have it in my stash.
Well, I
It
Yeah, I
is?
have- I
don't
have
know.
my
I
stash,
think
too.
I think I deleted all mine or whatever, but I definitely don't have mine. Yeah,
I think it was just a Christmas,
man.
specialty.
But a little more
Even
tweaking,
bringing
though.
that up, did you guys ever feel the impression that when they came out with the idea of what's it called, the Silent Night outfit, but they didn't remember they were supposed to? I remember back before Halloween, nothing was happening. It was like nobody was doing anything, and all of a sudden something came out close to Christmas, and they call it Silent Night. But those outfits look like they were meant more towards Halloween.
Yeah.
It's like they just threw something in there just to fill in whatever for fan
Yeah.
satisfaction. Oh,
That's
it's just
it.
like really.
And what's up with all these aviator outfits they keep giving us? We ain't flying no planes in this game.
Oh yeah, man. Let me
No
get a chopper in
planes,
here
no
with a Gatling on it.
helicopters, man.
Let me get an Apache, bro.
Let me get a
Oh,
pink
man.
bunny outfit. I want to be hopping through the dark zone, killing somebody in a pink bunny outfit, and somebody behind me
Oh,
dressed up like
that'd
Elmer Fudd.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
But-
yeah, throw some humor in here.
Yeah, guys and gals, let me know what you think in the comment section below as far as any ideas, or if you think our ideas are actually good ideas. I mean, for the most consensus, from what I find, just talking with other individuals that I run across in, the open world or in PvP or even on social media, that survival would be more or less in the 90th percentile of being the best thing that could bring life back into Division amongst all these other things that you've heard us discuss tonight. So let us know what you think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree, or if you have something totally different than what you've heard tonight. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate Zero, Killer, and Thomas for joining in the conversation. And be sure to ground and pound that like and subscribe button.